We've got some rain pushing down towards the southeast where it will be slow to clear, but behind it a mixture of sunshine and some heavy showers and gusty winds, especially in the northwest. I'll have all the details later in the programme. Good morning both, good morning to you too. Nowhere near as cold. In fact, this week we're looking at very mild conditions. It's a mild start to the day. Everywhere it is above freezing and it will continue mild through the day with just a few showers and also some rain. Low pressure is dominating our weather. Here's the centre of it here. Close to that centre, we've got very gusty winds around the Outer Hebrides, up to 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour with exposure. We've also got a band of rain pushing towards the southeast, which will be slow to clear. And behind that, a rash of showers, some of which will be heavy and thundery. But in between all of that, there will be some sunshine. But it's also going to be fairly windy out towards the west generally. Temperatures today ranging from 8 in the north to about 12, maybe 13 degrees as we come further south. Now through this evening and overnight, we continue with showers pushing eastwards. Then we'll have a dry slice, cold enough potentially for a touch of frost locally across parts of northeast Scotland. And by the end of the night, we've got a new band of rain coming in from the west. Still quite windy as well. And temperature-wise, well, a little bit north of that, well, there'll be a lot of dry. There'll be some sunshine and a few showers and still mild for the time of year. We're looking at 7 in Lerwick to about 12 in London. But it looks like it's going to get milder by the weekend, and I'll have more on that in half an hour.
We'll see.
Charlie.
We'll see you then.
Good morning both. Good morning to you too. It is indeed, Lou, much milder today, and certainly by the weekend it's going to be very mild. Now today's Shrove Tuesday, also known as Pancake Tuesday. If you're going into your garden, maybe to try tossing your pancakes to keep the roof of your kitchen safe. Well, it will feel mild, but there are showers to dodge. There'll be some sunshine, and we've also got some rain in the forecast. Low pressure is driving our weather. This weather front sinking down towards the southeast, where it will be very slow to clear. And you can see from all the isobars, it's going to be windy, especially in the west and especially in the northwest, where we're looking at gusts up to 65 miles an hour. So there goes that rain, very slowly clearing the far southeast. A rush of showers follow on behind. Some of those will be heavy and thundery, but in between them, there will be some sunshine with temperatures 8 in the north to 12 in the south, 13 in Hull. Now through this evening and overnight, we eventually see the tail end of that rain clear. The showers push over towards the east. Then there's a dry spell before the next weather front comes in from the west, bringing yet more rain. And again, some of this will be heavy and it will still be windy. Not a particularly cold night, but a little bit colder than it is just now. Now, as we head through tomorrow, that band of rain moves over from the west towards the east. You can see this curl coming into southern England and the Channel Islands. That will move a little bit further north through the course of the day. Showers in the west, but elsewhere it should be largely dry, but still very windy, especially across the northwest, with highs then 7 to 13 degrees. Blue and Charlie. A mild day ahead of us today. Some rain slow to clear the southeast and East Anglia. Behind that, a mixture of sunshine and showers, but some of the showers could be heavy and thundery. I'll have all the details later in the programme. Indeed, Charlie, most unusual, and especially when you think Florida, temperatures are quite different, much higher. But as Lou said, we don't have anything like that coming our way, although last week it was pretty dashed cold with a fair bit of snow, but you know that already. Now what we've got today is a mild day ahead. There are a few showers in the forecast. Some of those could be heavy and thundery, and we've also got some rain. The rain continuing to push in the direction of the southeast, where it will be slow to clear. But behind it, we are looking at sunshine and showers, some of those showers heavy and thundery, and windy in the west, especially with exposure. We're going to have gusts around the Outer Hebrides, for example, 65 to 70 miles an hour. Temperatures today, 8 to about 13 degrees. Now through this evening and overnight, we eventually see the back end of that rain move away. The showers continue to journey eastwards. Then we've got a dry slot before the next band of rain arrives in from the west. And this rain will be heavy in places, and it's also going to be pretty windy around it. Temperature wise, a little bit lower than the night just gone, but nowhere near as cold as last week. Tomorrow we start off drying the east, but the rain doesn't take too long to march across. And if we follow the curl of it, it comes back in across the Channel Islands and also southern England, heading into South Wales and the Midlands. Now, north of that, once again, we're looking at sunshine and a few showers, and still very windy across the far north. Now, these temperatures are above average for the time of year, and we did have a lot of snow last week. So with temperatures like this, we'll start to see the snow melt, or continue to see the snow melt, and with the additional rain, of course, there is the risk of localised flooding. So something we're all keeping a very close eye on. Charlie and Lou.
It's a
change, and by the weekend some parts of the south could have temperatures up to 17 degrees. In the south at this time of year, the average is 8 in London, 9 in Cardiff, so big change.
What's the award?
I just keep it out just now, Charlie. Maybe get your shorts out for the weekend if you're in the south. In the north, the temperature is more likely to be around about 10 degrees, so it's still fairly nippy. That's 50 Fahrenheit. But don't put away your winter woolies just yet.
I'm going with the shorts, Carol. Thank you.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. Yes, this is one of our Weather Watchers picture. So you can see this great big lump of snow that hasn't yet melted in Canterbury and Kent. Today, though, that process will continue because it's going to be another mild day. And we're looking at sunshine and showers, but we've also got some rain. Now, low pressure is dominating our weather. On the satellite, if you follow this great big curl, this is the area of low pressure. This is the centre. It's dragging in mild southwesterly winds, and it also has weather fronts attached to it, which are bringing in some rain. First one's more or less gone through us now through the course of the night. Here's the second one, still moving in a southeasterly direction, heading towards the southeast. It will linger across East Anglia and the southeast through the course of the day, very slow to clear. But behind it, well, there'll be a fair bit of sunshine. There'll be a lot of showers, and some of those showers will be heavy and thundery. And in the west, it's also going to be pretty windy, gusts in the northwest of Scotland as much as 65 or 70 miles an hour. Now, temperature-wise today, we're in pretty good shape for the time of year. We're looking at 8 to 13 degrees. Through this evening, we say goodbye to the remnants of that rain, and overnight the showers continue to drift towards the North Sea, leaving us with a clear and dry slot. That's before the next band of rain comes in from the west, and again some of this will be heavy. Windy around it, and temperatures just a little bit lower than they were last night. Now, as we go through tomorrow, our first front eventually clears into the North Sea, but we've got the second one, which is coming south, and then it's going to move north as well. So on the charts, we start off relatively dry in the east, and you can see that band of rain pushing off into the North Sea. Here's the second front across southern areas, still producing some rain, and that will edge a little further north into southern Wales and the Midlands through the course of the afternoon. Now, away from that, there's a lot of dry weather around. There'll be some sunshine, and there'll be a few showers, and still windy across the far northwest. Temperatures 7 to 12. With all this additional rain and some heavy showers and the higher temperatures, the snow, of course, will be melting, and with the additional rain, there is the risk of localised flooding in places. During the course of Thursday, we've got our first band of rain moving east. We've got another one moving north. That's snow in the hills above, and behind it we'll be left with, again, a lot of dry and bright weather, some sunshine and just a few showers. But temperatures down a bit during the course of Thursday. But then it's all going to change because the temperatures will go back up. Now, we've got the outlook Friday to Tuesday, and you can see how the temperatures recover, not just in the south, but generally across the board. But the highest temperatures will be in the south, looking at 16 on Sunday, possibly 17, but the mild weather continues even into next week. Charlie and Lou.
Looking
Do you know, at this time of year, it's important, though, because these temperatures are above average. The average in London is 8. If we get 17, that's way above average. Oh, I'm sorry for being a pedant. I don't mean to correct you.
You're right.
The rain currently pushing towards the southeast, where it will linger for much of the day. Behind it, sunshine and showers, some heavy and thundery, and very windy in the west. I'll have more details later in the programme. Yes, Charlie, maybe
Yes,
17.
good. Maybe 17, that's right. Exactly.
Yes. Swiftly moving on. Good morning, everybody. What a lovely morning it is too in Eastbourne. Look at that beautiful sunrise. And thank you to our weather watchers for all your lovely pictures this morning. Now, it's a mild day ahead. It's a mild start to the day. We've got sunshine and showers in the forecast, some of which will be heavy and thundery. And we've also got some rain. The overnight rain, more or less now, into the North Sea. But look at this weather front here. That's what's pushing down towards the southeast and taking its rain with it. And that rain will actually linger in the southeast and East Anglia for much of the day. West, in particular, we're going to have gusty winds round the Outer Hebrides, 65 to 70 mile an hour gusts actually with exposure. Now, temperatures today, 8 to about 13 degrees. Yesterday's top temperature was at Kew Gardens, 13.9. So we're not too far off that, although today it's more likely to be in Hull. Now, this evening, we say goodbye to the showers as they too push into the North Sea. There's a drier slot. And then this next weather front comes our way, introducing some rain. Again, there will be heavy bursts in this, and it will still be windy, especially in the west. Overnight temperatures down a notch on last night's. Tomorrow then we start off on a dry note in the east, but it won't be long before this rain in the west moves into the North Sea. But if you have a look at the curl in the south, it brings some further rain across the Channel Islands, southern England, South Wales, heading up towards the Midlands. In between, a lot of dry weather, a fair bit of sunshine, still windy in the northwest, and here too we'll see a packet of showers with temperatures 7 to about 12. So the milder weather you're talking about, or the very mild weather you're talking about, Charlie, will be around the weekend time.
Thanks, Carol.
Isn't this cat gorgeous?
Well, it's
We're meant
big.
to be looking at the weather. We're meant to be looking at the weather, but the cat's looking a wee bit damp. One of our weather watchers sent this in from Cambridgeshire this morning. You can see it's fairly cloudy. We've got some rain here, and it's all associated with this great big curl of cloud in the satellite picture. This is an area of low pressure. Here's the centre. It's dragging in milder southwesterly wind our way, and indeed it's also bringing in some rain. Now, the first band of pushing steadily eastwards through the night. The second one here is sinking southeastwards, and it will continue to push through Cambridgeshire, as we've seen, into East Anglia and the southeast, where it will linger for much of the day. But on the other side of that, windy out towards the west, particularly so the northwest of Scotland, where we're going to have gusts with exposure 65 to 70 miles an hour. Now, temperatures today 8 to about 13. The top temperature yesterday was 13.9 in Kew Gardens, so we're not too far off that. Through this evening, we say goodbye to the remnants of the still strong gusty winds in the west. Temperatures just down a notch or two compared to last night. Now, as we head through tomorrow, that weather front we've just seen will continue to push steadily eastwards, but there's a second weather front on it as well. That's going to push south, and then it will come north again. So we start off in the east on a dry note. Here's the first weather front moving across us all, pushing into the North Sea. Here's the second one, and the second one's going to migrate northwards, bringing more rain across the Channel Islands, southern England, South Wales, heading towards the South Midlands as well. Move north of that, we're back into more sunshine and a few showers in Northern Ireland and also Western Scotland. Still windy, a little bit of a dip. Now, having said that, the average temperatures at this time of year in Glasgow and Edinburgh is about 7 degrees, 9 as we push down towards Cardiff, and 8 in both Belfast and London. So temperatures are more or less roughly where they should be. What about the outlook? Well, we're not done with the rain yet. It still will be wet and windy at times, but as we head into the weekend, something I want to draw your attention to are the temperatures. So Saturday and Sunday in Edinburgh, 12 and 11, 12 and 10 in Belfast, 13 and 12 in Cardiff, so higher than they have been. And in London, we're looking at 16, but possibly somewhere like London, somewhere in the southeast of England this weekend, could hit 17 degrees. That's 63 Fahrenheit in old money, and way above the average, which, as I mentioned in London, is 8 degrees. Charlie and Lou?
If you click your... There we are.
I'll get out of the way. Isn't he gorgeous?
He's magnificent.
Just come on, please.